Good evening and welcome back to We Fish TV. So tonight I want to talk about baits. So when you first start out, you really have no idea what works best. Most people just go with maggots, go to the shop, to the tackle box, and they'll ask for a pint of mixed maggots and they'll go fishing for, silvers, roach, perch, rudd, minnows, chub, stuff like that. Most fish take maggot. So maggots are really good bait, but as the years have gone on, things have progressed. So tonight I wanted to show you a few things in my bag, what I take out when I fish. So as a beginner, you get an idea of what to take. So I'll go with a simple one, which is Sweetcorn. So you take some Sweetcorn, you can catch chub, roach, bream, carp, tench, all on Sweetcorn. So there's the first one. Great bait, always take a tin in with me. What I haven't brought with me, which I should have done, which I haven't, is chickpeas. Chickpeas is another one for carp, so not a bad hook bait. One on a hook, same with that. One on a hook, or if you're on a hair, two on a hair. Yeah, great bait. So the next ones I'm going to go to is pellets. So pellets come in a all array of sizes, colours, brands, pellets that you pump so you can soften them up, pellets that you band so you can do banded pellets on the hook length, stuff like that. So it's a massive minefield when it comes to pellets. So what I tend to buy is stuff like this. So these are from Sonia Baits. I've had these quite some time because I don't use a great lot. So the pellets that we have here are all 8mm pellets, and they all vary in colours, smells. So we have a fish meal 8mm pellet. So fish meal is smells alright. That's what you get in the box. I've had this box for quite some time really. I'd probably say over a year I've had that box. So you don't throw them out as loose feed, keep them on the hook. My personal favourite is a bloodworm. Again, nice red in colour, smell a bit, smell alright, smell like bloodworm to be fair. Do really well for small carp on them, and bream love them. Again, I have some for F1 carps. Again, it's a fish meal pellet, but again, 8mm. And my last one, which is pretty good, which is like a butane green super crush soft pellet. Not many of these left, but they're like a dark green. They do really well as well. So you've got different pellets to use that are ready done. So you can have ready to use pellets, just get them out of the tub, hook them on, away you go. Moving over to more of a carping side for baits. Again, there are hundreds of different variations of stuff on the market. One that I've got in recently is this Power Particle Plus, which is like a mixture of corn, hemp, different seeds, stuff like that, just as a feed. So if you were putting in PVA bags, stuff like that, or mesh, you can use that in pretty well for feeding. That'll give you that. So if you was feeding that into a PVA mesh, which is this stuff here. So if you was making PVA mesh balls to bait up, you would put that in there and then a hook bait on as well on your hook. But I will do another video about the PVA mesh and the bags, just so you get an idea of what goes on with them. So moving to the hook baits, you have different stuff. So these are pop-up boilies by Nash. We've got two 15mm boilies, one pineapple crush, one squid and krill. So these are, actually I'll open the pineapple because the squid one's quite strong. So it smells like pineapple. And what it's designed to do is basically on the rig that I've showed you, I can actually quickly show you while I've got one set up here. So you put this on the rig, which I will show in the Ridge Monkey bucket as well on another video, just to show you how it works. But on this one, on this rig here, which is designed for a pop-up or a wafter, you would literally corkscrew the pop-up boilie onto the end, like so. So it sits like that. And what would happen with these is when your bait sits on the bottom of the lake, like so, that will be sat in the water like that, just popped up like that, hence the word pop up. So it gives you an idea of how they work. So that's another rig there to show you for another day. So they're pop-ups, again, smell really good, good flavour, good colour, great for attracting the carp. So that's them. So they're good if you want to use them on that type of rig. So again, they're $3.99 a tub, so they're reasonably priced. These are $2.99 a tub, again, which is reasonably priced. Sweetcorn, it's about 40p a tub, again, reasonably priced. This is a bit more dearer, nearly 13 quid for that, but again, that will last you some time. Moving on to ground baits. So I have a bag of ground baits here that I use if you was fishing the method feeder, or you was just genuinely baiting up. So this is the stuff that we use, like margin carp. So if you're fishing into the margins in the side of your lake, you know, either side, put a bit of that on your cage feed or your method feeder, or you can handball it in by hand. Works really, really well. Again, I think that's a Sonia Baits one as well. I'll just point out at this moment in time that I'm not endorsed by Sonia Baits to promote any of their items. It's just stuff that I use and find that works really, really well. This isn't a Sonia Baits one. This is a Ringers Micro. Again, this is just a 2 kilo bag of carp mix for the method feeder, which works really, really well. And then moving on to some other boilies that we use, which we have literally just picked up last week because I didn't have any, is in this bucket here we have a bag by Mainline, which is spicy crab. Again, these can be used as a hook bait or as feed, or you can crush them. If you have a boilie crusher, you can crush them and use them as loose feed. So my idea is to put some of these in this bucket with some of this particle mix, a bit more soft sweet corn, mix it all to make a bit of a feed. So yeah, so these are like $11.75 a bag, which should last you quite a few trips out. What's a 1 kilo bag? So I'm pretty sure that if you was buying in bulk from other places, you'd be able to get bigger bags. So this is what you'd use for the bigger carp. These are 20mm boilies, these, so they're a bit bigger than the 15mm pop-ups. And then lastly, to add to the mix, I've just bought some bags of feeding pellet. So again, you can use feeding pellets just for feeding up on the bottom of the lake. I got 2 bags for $5. So my plan was to mix some of this in this bucket and use as a loose feed. So yeah, you can use these. These come in all different sizes, which from like 2mm up to 9, I think, maybe a bit bigger. So you get quite a variety in these, and these are just like the tackle shop's own brand, which are just as good as any others. So yeah, also you can use bread. Bread is another one that you can use. So if you put the bread on your hook and squish it together, you can send it to the bottom and you can fish on the bottom of it. Or in some places, not many places now, in commercial fisheries, you can hook a bit of crust on and catch carp off the top of the water. But a lot of commercial fisheries have banned that method. They don't like floating baits. A lot of them don't. To be fair, a lot of commercial fisheries don't like boilies. Now I've just looked at some this evening for going out on a Sunday, and a lot of them are saying no boilies. So you kind of think that it could be a pellet water only, but we're set up for everything. So I hope that gives you an idea. Just to mention, actually, other fisheries, some carp, they'll take prawns. So some people fish on prawns. Just a pack of cold prawns from the supermarket, hook it on, away you go. Mussels. You know, what else is there? There's all sorts. There really is. So, but I always find it quite strange that fish are eating shellfish. But again, they would do in the sea if there was sea fishing. Some fish would eat them. So yeah, on some venues they work really well. And yes, so I hope that this video about baits has really helped you as a beginner, because obviously being a beginner fisherman, you have no idea apart from maggots and worms really. So it just gives you an idea of what you can use as a beginner to go fishing. Please, if you go to commercial fisheries, please check the rules, because some ban a lot of stuff, even like these pop-ups. They don't allow you to use, you know, stuff like that. Most are alright, but some don't. And just to mention as well, you can use cat food, which is a good hook bait, and you can use dog biscuits for off the top. So you've got a variety there. And I've also known guys to use things like pepperami. Never done it myself, but they swear by it. Or the cat stick, like meaty cat stick treat things. They use that. Never tried them myself. Tried cat food, works really well, but never tried the others. So yeah, go and have a try, experiment. As long as you are protecting the fish and you're not going to harm them in any way, you know. But I'd say use tried and tested baits if you're a beginner. So yeah, so I hope this gives you an insight to what you can use as a beginner fisherman. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section. And if you like the videos, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.